Joining us this morning from Washington is the State Treasurer of Illinois, Michael Frerichs. Mr. Treasurer, good to have you. Good morning.
Carl, good morning. Good to be here.
Why does an executive chairman need to be named?
Well, we just think it's good corporate governance practice to separate the chairman of the board and the CEO, to have independence and oversight. And we've been calling on this for over a year for Facebook to make these changes.
So it's separate from the recent underperformance of the stock and the negative publicity from Cambridge.
Over the last year, we've sent 3 letters to Facebook. We've engaged with their corporate governance folks. We've attended a shareholder meeting. We've been asking for changes to their CEO and chairman of the board, splitting those, having more independent directors, and also changes in how their stock is voted. We think these are good oversight issues that will make the company profitable in the long run.
Mike, I'm wondering, though, how much sense does it make in the case of a company like Facebook that has multiple classes of stock? Mark Zuckerberg controls the company, is the founder, co-founder of the company. How do you install an independent chairman who actually has any power in a situation like that? Don't you have to change the overall structure of the company beyond just the chairman in order to do that?
Well, that's why in our letters we've requested these changes as well, to voting stocks, to having new independent directors. We just think this is the right thing to do. I'm in charge of investing college savings plans for families in Illinois, making sure that their investments pay long-term returns. And we think this is a good step.
Do you want the same thing from Google too then, Alphabet? Because it's structured much the same way where the founders have control. Snap recently structured itself in an even more extreme way where shareholders get no vote whatsoever. Is this specifically a Facebook thing, or are you calling for changes across tech writ large?
Yeah, this is not specific to Facebook. We've made similar requests of Wells Fargo, of Cardinal Health, of McKesson. We just think this is a good corporate governance practice to have some independent oversight. You know, Mark Zuckerberg is a smart man who's done a great job growing this company, but it's reached a level right now where we think there needs to be more internal controls, more independent oversight, more democracy to make sure that this company is viable in the long term. We saw with him approaching Congress that the company is exposed to regulatory risk, reputational risk, and that hurts families who are investing to send their kids off to college.
I guess what we're trying to square is how it compares to your thinking when you entered the name. All of this was very transparent. We knew the corporate and ownership structure from the date of the IPO, even before then. So what changed? Is it about the size? Is it about revenue? Is there some? What's the magic number when this becomes necessary?
Well, I think it's about the size, but I think it's about this constant drip out there of scandals. I think you've also seen Facebook has probably in violation of their consent decree with the FTC from 2011. That's going to cost the company lots of money. Experts, former trade commissioners, are suggesting potentially the largest fine in FTC history, approaching $1 billion. So I think this is a point right now where it's time to look at corporate governance and to make some changes in Facebook.
I guess the downside of this potentially is what happened to some in the newspaper industry that tried good governance, but it ended up allowing outside raiders to take out the companies. And that's, I think, part of what tech is trying to avoid here. Are you asking for boards to do what government should do? If there needs to be regulation, if there needs to be oversight, should we expect just boards to do that? Or should states, should the feds step in and create better laws in these situations?
Well, I think this is why the company has to show some leadership here, because they haven't. We've seen a real decrease in their stock price, and you see now Congress looking to regulate them. You know, our letter a year ago was before Congress was really looking to make some big changes. And we said, you need to make these changes now before Congress comes in and imposes them on you. I'm not saying that's the best path for Facebook going forward, but I think they can do things under their own control now, as we've been calling on them to do for well over a year.
Finally, is there any sense that the company is seriously considering a move like this?
Well, we have sent about 3 letters in the last year. We've filed 2 shareholder resolutions. And quite frankly, the company seems to be insular, is not engaging with us in a meaningful way. But we're going to continue to stand up on behalf of families that are saving to send their kids to college.
Well, we certainly appreciate you coming on, expressing the point of view as a shareholder, and we hope you'll come back. It's a conversation far from over. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I assume we have a lot more to do.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.